So today I want to show you the Neewer Z150 little tiny on-camera flash. They did some things that I wish other flashes have done. I get sent a lot of these, and a lot of them I don't show on the channel because they screwed up. I'm not going to say which ones. I just don't show them because I don't want to bash companies. But the first thing they did is this here is not sticking past the eyepiece. So many of them, they're coming out to here, and then when you put it up, it hits you in the forehead. Now, if you're using the screen to shoot, it won't bother you. But I use that viewfinder a lot. It still touches my forehead, but it doesn't prevent me from putting my eye here and seeing the viewfinder. And that I love. The second thing is, for the amount of full power flashes you get out of a single charge with this, this is incredibly lightweight. I can't get over, honestly, how lightweight this thing is. You know, it's thin, it's well designed, and it's extremely lightweight. So whether you're using a Nikon ZF like I'm going to use today, or a Ricoh GR, or a Sony 6400, whatever you're going to use this on, it's not going to bother you. It is really that lightweight. So I'm very impressed with that as well. The other thing is this prominent power control here. This is so nice to use because I can just turn this that easily and change the power. Now, to set this up and to use it without driving you crazy, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have your flash off. Shut the flash off and set your camera to what you want the ambient light to be with this. For me, when I use these type flashes, I'm not using this as the prominent light. Unless I want that kind of look, that in your flash, you know, in your face kind of flash look. Otherwise, I'm just using this as an accent light. I want to give a little pop to the image. I want to add a little bit of light in the eyes. That's it. I'm not using this as a main flash. And that's where a lot of people screw up on these. I have to use it at full power, because it's rated at 15. That's plenty of light for what I use it for and how it's supposed to be used. So I'm going to set the camera first to my ambient light. This is off. I'm going to, even if you, go into aperture priority, take a photo, see what the settings are, and then move your camera into manual mode with those settings. So say I'm at ISO 100 because I'm outside. I'm going to set my flash sync to the flash stick. I don't want to change that, or I don't want to go lower because I want the highest speed I can get with regular flash sync. I'm not doing high speed sync with this thing. And then I'm going to set my aperture. Don't worry about out of focus backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. Worry about your subject and what your subject's going to look like. And this is going to add that pop and that little bit of 3D look. So once this is set up, then I'm going to turn this on, and then I'm going to dial it into, I'll start at maybe 1/32 power and take a test shot and see how it looks. If it's too much, I'll turn it down. If it's too little, I'll turn it up. It's that simple. Now, I'm at a certain distance because I know what distance I'm going to be at. Let's say with a 40mm lens I'm using today, I know what distance I like to shoot at. So if I'm shooting 3/4, I know the distance, and I'm going to set the flash to that distance. If I want to go in a little closer, it's one click to turn it down. If I want to go a little further away, it's one click to turn it up. If I'm going even further away, it's 2 clicks. It's really that simple. Now, I know manual flash scares a lot of people, but it really is that simple. Just one click either direction. If you're closer, or if you're further, that's all there is. And then right in the center where you set it when you're at the distance that you want to shoot at. That's how easy this is to use. And remember, again, this is not that full power flash unless you want it to be. Now, the other thing with this flash is they gave it a unique look. And that's something that attracts me to their flash as well. It is a tighter beam of light, which I like. It gives this natural light vignette. So if I'm shooting indoors and want that kind of look, that really, it's kind of a retro kind of look that's really unique to every other flash, I love this flash for that, which I will show you again with this shoot. We're going to take indoor and outdoor photos so you can actually see what this thing can do, because it is a lot of fun. And don't worry about shadows. I mean, it's meant to have shadows. It's flash. So if you want that kind of look, you're going to get shadows. Otherwise, use the ambient light and those shadows will lessen quite a bit, because this is just going to be that accent light to give that image a little extra pop. Use these the way they're supposed to be used, what they're meant to be used for, and you're going to love them. When you pull it out of the box and go, I'm throwing this at full power, I want to light my subject with this and nothing else, it's not made for that. That's not what these things are for. Anyway, let's get into the shoot and see how this thing does. Again, I'm using the Nikon ZF with the 40mm f2 lens. I love this setup so much. Listen, I love my Z8. I love my other cameras, but this is still one of my favorite cameras. This I consider a 20-year camera. I don't think you'll ever have to upgrade this, period, because there's no reason to. Maybe if there's, new video features that come out or something, but this thing has absolutely everything I could possibly want on a camera at a 24 megapixel sensor. If that's what I want to shoot with, there's no other camera I need or want. Maybe there's a new style camera that looks kind of cool that I want to try, but for everyday shooting, this is just going to fit my needs. And something like this with this kind of flash that makes it fun, you can't beat this. Play with this a little bit, practice with it a little bit. And by the way, I think it's on sale for like $29 the last time I checked. It may be up, I don't know, but when it's on sale, it was like $29. That is so worth a flash to play with and try. I like what Neewer's doing. And the more products I'm using from Neewer's, the more I'm liking their company. I just think their attention to detail for the little things makes a big difference. Anyway, let's get into the shoot and see how we do with this Neewer Z150 flash. I think you're gonna really like it.
Now I want to start, because with any flash, it's the amount of flash you use in comparison to the ambient light that you're using. Most of the time when I'm using on camera or any kind of small flashes with a camera, I'm using them to accent the light, not to be the main light. And that's what you have to remember with smaller flashes. I use tiny flashes all the time because I love the look of them for what and how I use them. Using the flash correctly will give you the light that you want, the light that you need from it. But using it incorrectly, it's not going to do much, or it's not going to look good. Now, this is one without flash. It's not a bad image by any means, but she has darker eyes. And then when you add the flash and you can see the pop and you can see the separation, then it actually adds that separation. I didn't change the aperture whatsoever, but it gives that little extra something that the image needs. This is another one without the flash. Again, the dark eyes, again, it's not a bad image. You can probably pull it out in post, but if you can do it with flash and have something like this, it's just a better looking image altogether. Now, the ones that without flash that I'm showing you is how I set up the camera to use without flash. This is the exposure that I'm getting. I'm not underexposing too much, just a tiny little bit, because I want that flash to add the fill in and give that little extra pop. And usually this is at a very low power, which means you're going to get many more flashes. I mean, this thing is rated at 640 flashes, full power flashes. So if I'm shooting at 1/64th or 1/32nd flash, I think I'm around 1/32nd for most of these. I'm going to get an endless amount of flashes with this, and it's giving me the look that I want without going too high on the flash itself. So that's what you have to remember. This one here, this is without flash again. Again, I can pull this out in post, but then I'm going to lose a little something with it. Adding a little flash in the right way will really enhance your images. It takes a little bit of practice. This is not rocket science. It's really easy to do. You just have to practice with it. Now, believe it or not, with every single flash that I get, I practice around my house. It doesn't matter what the object is you're shooting. You can be shooting, your dog or your coffee mug or a lamp. You just have to play with it around the house. Walk around the house and shoot different things. Set your flash, set your ambient light. By the time you're ready to go and shoot a person, a subject, you're going to be good and know the flash and know the power that it has. Now, obviously, I get these flashes from companies to show them on the channel, and I would say at least 80% of them I don't even show because I don't like them or the design of them. But when I get one that I like to share it. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy this as your main flash or as a professional flash. I'm going out and saying, buy this for fun. Put it on your camera and enjoy it and have fun with photography with this type of flash. Not every item that we buy has to be the professional, perfect product. Some can just be fun and enjoyable and help you create great images. And that's what this is for me. I use these. I have one of these small lightweight flashes in one of my bags at all times because I really do use them and have fun with them. At the time I was making this video, this flash is literally on sale for $19 on Amazon. And I'll leave the link in the description. I'm sorry, but for $19, this is going to give me way more enjoyment than $19 can ever give me when spending it on something else. You know, I'll buy 3 cups of coffee for $19. This thing is going to last me a long time and give me a lot of enjoyment out of my photography in different situations. You know, I don't only shoot professionally. Everybody asks me, what do I do for fun? Well, I take photos. This is my fun. This is my job. I enjoy it that much. So when I get little things like this, little flashes like this, I'm going to take advantage of them. And especially for $19, you can't beat this. And I promise you, you will have a lot of fun with this. Thanks for watching as always.